We'd also like to welcome Sri Jayesh Principal Secretary IT Department, Government of Telangana. I request all our guests to please be seated and join us. Without further any delay, we would like to start this event. A very good morning, everyone. On senior medical professionals, industry leaders, academic experts, and senior government officials for joining this national conference on 3D printing in medical devices and implants. Through this national conference, the NCAN aims to promote and enable the adoption of additive manufacturing technology in India, especially in the healthcare sector. Ranjan. We'd also like to thank Ms. Michelle Wade, Commissioner, South Asia at Global Victoria, State Government of Victoria, Australia. We also have with us on stage Srimati Rama Devi Lanka, Director, Emerging Technologies and OSD ITC Department, Government of Telangana, and Shri Jaspreet Sidhu, CEO, NCAN. Now I invite Consultant Emerging Technologies Wing, Government of Telangana, is felicitating our Chief Guest, Shri K.T. Ramarao. I request Shri Jaspreet Sidhu.
Today, the Hyderabad weather is a bit cooler compared to the earlier days. Seems like the weather is also welcoming you today. Thank you, this conference on 3D printing in medical devices and implants. This is being organized by National Center in Additive Manufacturing, which is Government of Telangana, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications Department, and Ministry of Electronics, Information Technology and Communications, Government of India. It's coordinated. A warm welcome to our Honorable Minister, Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Industries and Municipal Administration Department. Hearty welcome to our guests, Ms. Michelle Wade, Commissioner, South Asia at Global Victoria, State Government of Victoria. In a collaborative approach, I think most of you have experienced that, and that is the approach that we actually adopt in the state of Telangana when we actually implement initiatives of this scale. While the additive manufacturing
Startup Accelerator and Innovation Programs, Trade Development, and these are the kind of engagements that we are looking at US, India. The National Center for Additive has 4 partners from India and abroad based on multiple rounds of state institutions, national and new metal alloy development for powder bed additive manufacturing process, conduct skill development programs, organizing and participating in internal conferences to spread awareness towards adoption of additive manufacturing. Help and mentor the young startups in India and provide access to global applications which can be implemented in India. Mr. Srinivas Shastri, Director in the Development of Applications and Processes, Know-how Development for AM grade powders and Skill Development in the country. May I now request Professor G. Sundar, Director, BITS Pilani Hyderabad Campus, to please come on to the dais. The scope of engagements that we are looking from this MOU is the innovation programs, new products, new product development, organizing conferences, workshops, R&D collaboration for developing machines, materials, etc. Indigenization, enabling adoption and industry readiness skilling, access to infrastructure. The scope of engagement that we are looking at is to PG students for carrying out UG, PG and PhD research scholar project works, conducting skill development programs like FGPs, STTPs, workshops, seminars, professional development programs. Mentoring and providing facilities to startup companies, entrepreneurs who propose to start their companies in the area of additive manufacturing. May I now request Sri S.K. Design and development of large area metal additive manufacturing machines, smart IIoT enabled 3D printers, micro stereolithography systems for biomedical devices and implants, Aerolab machine for finishing AM components. Design for AM manufacturability, evaluation, testing and functional validation. Developing applications and use cases and skill development. These are the scopes that we are looking out from this MOU. Sri Dilip Menezes, Managing Director, 3D Systems, India. May I now replication development for the country and conducting workshops. Ms. Ravneet Pawar, Vice President, Global Alliances and CEO Innovation for Additive Manufacturing, helping in academic courses and training for additive manufacturing. Tech Additive, to please come on to the dates. Development of new applications and processes for additive manufacturing technology, collaborate with NCAM to set up R&D and Innovation Center, new product development, enabling NCAM to provide access to state-of-art infrastructure for training and education in additive manufacturing, skill development and developing quality manpower, establishing manufacturing in dentistry, conducting conferences and conventions. Training programs and skill development initiatives is what we are looking out from this MOU. Is what we are aiming from this MOU. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Pradeep N.S., Director, Roadster 3D. May I request now Sri Anuj Budhiraja, Country Manager, India, Mark Forge, to please come on to the dais. May I now request Professor N.V. Ramana Rao, Director, NIT Warangal, to please come up onto the dais. The scope of engagement. May I now request Sri Sumit Bengal, Sri Sumit Bengali. May I now read specific applications, conducting faculty development programs to train the trainers, networking with AM ecosystem and industry interface. Sri Venkat Janardhan. May I now request Dr. U. Chandrasekhar, Program Director, Joint R&D initiatives, new AM applications and components development and setting up of regional support and selection of AM technology, design development and operations of AM Center. Now I request all our delegates and guests on stage to step up.
Oh, sorry.
Saurabh, Consultant Emerging Technologies, Big Government of Telangana. He and his team has been working hard for this conference past 6 months. Well, now I request our chief guest, Sri P.T. Rama Rao Garu, to address
the center campus, and it's a partnership, as my colleague explained, between the state of Telangana and Government of India, represented by the Ministry of Information Technology. The center, because it is a national center, it will become a national focal point for various 3D printing advancements in the country, and it should do that in collaboration with additive manufacturing companies and the users, like all the doctors who are present today. NCAP has identified more than 50 plus partners already from India and abroad, based on multiple rounds of stakeholder consultation with industry leaders, R&D institutions, national and international academic bodies, and leading startups in the additive manufacturing sector. And with many of those partners, I guess 15 partners, we are going to formally exchange MOUs today in the presence of Honorable Minister. The focus of NCAP in many ways reflects the focus that we have in our state, namely aerospace, defense, medical devices, automotive, consumer products, and other aspects of healthcare. A significant momentum is developing in India for the use of 3D printing in the medical sector, and therefore the first conference which we have organized under NCAP focuses on medical devices. As I said, collaborative approach is the core of this NCAP and therefore this conference also. So I would like to acknowledge our key partners for this event. The India Prosthodontic Society as our knowledge partner, EOS as the title sponsor, SLM Solutions as the associate title sponsors, all the exhibitors.
Needs no introduction, and then they go on to introduce you for 2 minutes. It's always a nice thought. Thank you for that, Shilpa. Firstly, the distinguished gathering here, Principal Secretary of IT, ENC, to Ramadev Garu, who's who's the director of our Emerging Technologies Wing, and also OSD to the government. I know Dubai and UAE has been gracious, but you have left that and joined us. Thank you very much. Michelle, it's always traffic. We have, of course, our weather is also improving, so we should seriously consider moving from Bangalore. To all the distinguished gathering here, and to all those enterprises and institutions that have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Government of Telangana, I compliment each and every one of you. My sincere gratitude to all of you for joining us today. I'd like to thank all of you for taking some time out of your busy schedules and joining us at this national conference on 3D printing in medical devices and implants. It is the first such conference being hosted in the country, opening up in Hyderabad. As we all know, healthcare is something that is now, I think, the first topic in any conversation of late. So therefore, I think this could not have happened at a more opportune time. This event and the center are a continuation of the state's efforts in being the startup state and building an ecosystem for innovation by our startups, industry, and academia. While the National Center for Additive Manufacturing is a new the T-Hub, TSIC, the Telangana State Innovation Cell, V-Hub, the Women Entrepreneurs Hub, the Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, RICH, TASK, which is the Telangana Academy for Skills and Knowledge, T-Works, which is India's largest prototyping facility. All of these together and 1,500 plus startups who in this specific sector have received support through all these above mentioned institutions in the form of mentorship, incubations and industry connects, and have raised more than 1,800 crores in funding over the last 5 years. In this, T-Works, which is a large prototyping facility, specifically has already been spearheading the prototyping efforts with and without the use of 3D printing during the COVID-19 pandemic with various partners. T-Works' upcoming facility of 78,000 square feet will be the nation's largest, and we should also have a dedicated lab on 3D printing. The focus on additive manufacturing is part of our overall vision to establish Telangana as a leader in emerging technologies. The efforts in this has allowed implant manufacturers to create complex geometries that copy the shape and function of. The technology also offers new ways to work with common implant materials and polymers. As an example of this, a shape memory alloy that will resume its intended geometry after deformation. This material is already used for arterial stents. The 3D printing offers advanced possibilities to doctors and from an economic standpoint, the healthcare 3D printing market size was valued at over 1.7 billion US dollars in 2020 and is estimated to expand to 7.1 billion dollars in 2027 while growing at a compounded annual growth rate of more than 22.3%. One of the most prominent factors contributing to the growth of the industry is the rising demand for patient-specific implants in orthopedic, dental, and other types of surgeries. Further, enhanced 3D technology in 3D printers under knee replacements and cranial implants categories. In addition, the US FDA has approved 3D printed titanium implant devices. Therefore, in present day today, India has a huge opportunity in this segment to become a dominant player and gain the lion's share based upon resources and wastage. Therefore, today's conference, which is aimed at increasing understanding of the applications and advancement of 3D printing event to boost the understanding of the technology. It is a milestone from which the National Centre shall identify priorities and key partners and lead the technology's increased adoption in our country. We're delighted that this centre will be coming up on the campus of Osmania University. We hope to have a great learning experience and productive discussions with members of industry, academia, and I congratulate